Is Jesus the law of Moses? So let's begin by examining who Jesus is. So we know that Jesus is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. And in Isaiah, I am the first and I am the last. Besides me, there is no God. And we know that Jesus was the Word in the beginning, the Word that was with God, and the Word that is God. So who is Jesus? Jesus is God. Jesus is the Alpha, the Omega, has no beginning, has no end. So now let's look at the law of Moses. The law is given to Moses by God on Mount Sinai, beginning in Exodus chapter 19 through chapter 20, verse 21. And we know that Jesus came not to abolish the law, but to fulfill it. And in verse 18, for truly I say to you, until heaven and earth pass away, not an iota, not a dot will pass from the law until all is accomplished. And back in Isaiah, we read that God is going to create a new heaven and a new earth. And Peter talks about the promise that they're waiting for a new heaven and a new earth. And in Mark, Jesus says that heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will not pass away. The law of Moses has an expiration date, while Jesus has no beginning and no ending. The problem with saying Jesus is the law of Moses is the inevitable conclusion that will come with it. If Jesus is God and the law of Moses is Jesus, wouldn't that make the law of Moses God? Thereby creating a false Jesus and turning the law of Moses into an idol.
I am the law of Moses.
Where does this come from, you ask? But even if we or an angel from heaven should preach to you a gospel contrary to the one we preach to you, let him be accursed. I am reminded of the conversation in Genesis. But the serpent said to the woman, you will not surely die. Though they didn't die at that moment, it ensured their exile from the Garden of Eden and their access to the tree of life, causing their inevitable deaths. So, as you enjoy your show, please discern everything against the Word of God, and keep in mind, a little leaven leavens the whole lump.